Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. Just wanted to bring you a longer form video to talk to you about the cheat sheet that helps you pass the real estate exam. And it is actually the pre-licensing syllabus. You are given a copy of this anytime you're taking that pre-licensing class, whether you're taking it synchronously, which is online with an instructor, asynchronously online without an instructor, or you are taking it in person. Okay, so the pre-licensing syllabus is the cheat sheet to pass the exam. You need to have, or you should have a copy of it anytime that you're taking a pre-licensing class. I recommend that you print it out if you've been given access to it online. If you do not have a copy of it, please go to ncrec.gov, click on the Education tab, click on within the drop-down menu, pre-licensing course syllabus. It will take you to a copy of the syllabus, which you can download and then print. Okay. It is imperative that you use this device or this tool. It will help you immensely. It is given to you in the form of an outline. So I'm going to show you some of the different aspects of the syllabus that can help you study and do the best on the exam and pass it the first time. All right, so within the syllabus, at the very beginning, they give you what's called learning levels. And this tells you exactly how well you should know the information. So on there, it's level 1. You're going to be able to recall, define, duplicate, classify. Those are definition style questions. Okay, and here's 2 examples of the types of questions you could have under level 1. Which legal bundle of rights provides an owner with the right to transfer ownership or interest, including the right to mortgage? Now, if you know the definitions, and if you've not taken the class yet, if you're getting a head start and you're trying to find out how best to study and get this done, great. You will learn this in the class. But for those who are already taking the class and you found this video and you said, oh, I need that. If you know the differences, if you know the definitions to each one of these things, right of possession, right of control, right of enjoyment, right of disposition, you are going to know how to answer this question. So for what I tell my students is flashcards. Flashcards, write down the definitions, however it works for you, whether you do it online with a flashcard app, or you need to write it yourself, which actually is tactile learning, which is actually a better way to learn how learn things and get it, because from hand to your brain, and pencil gives better drag. So pencil over pen for me, that's how I learn. I like to listen and I like to write stuff down. So for this question, which legal bundle of right provides an owner with the right to transfer ownership or interest, including the right to mortgage? It's the right of disposition, dispose, how to dispose the property. The second question, the right of disposition provides an owner of real property with the right to earn legal profits from the property, occupy the property, transfer ownership or interest, including the right to encumber. D, use the property in any legal manner without inference from others claiming superior title. Now, if you know what the right of possession, right of control, right of enjoyment, right of disposition, what those definitions are for each one of those, this question is going to be super easy to answer, because to occupy the property, that's the right of possession. Use the property in a legal manner without interference from others claiming superior title, that's the right of enjoyment. earn legal profits from the property. That's the right of control. So if you already know all those things, then you would easily know that C is the answer: transfer ownership or interest, including the right to encumber. Super simple. You can do it. Okay. All right. Our second learning level is level 2, which is you can implement, solve, demonstrate, interpret, differentiate, relate, compare, and contrast. So here's our example question. A property owner sells the right to mine for oil underneath the property to a drilling company. The owner has the right to have the land supported from below by the drilling company. Now, if you're in class, hopefully subjacent support came right to your brain. But if not, learn the definition of that. But the owner's right, we're not doing a definition here. We're actually taking what we know about their rights, and we are implementing it into understanding how to answer this. So does not extend to any future owners. That's A. B, passes to future owners, but only if the right is recorded. C, is appurtenant to the property. D, is known as a riparian right. Again, if you know your definitions, if you know what things are, a riparian right deals with water. And if you know about appurtenances, A is not correct. If you know about liens, then you would know B is not correct. And so our answer is C. It's appurtenant to the property. It goes with the property. It's the right of that owner as the owner of the land. He only leased. Well, he sold his right to mine for the oil, but he didn't sell the property altogether. He only sold the right to mine for the oil. But that doesn't mean they get to destroy his property or his land. So that right to have the land supported from below is appurtenant. It runs with the land. Okay. Without trying to give you guys any kind of real estate lessons here, I'm just trying to show you how beneficial this syllabus is. All right. So level 3 is analysis. Okay. You should be able to defend, judge, critique, weigh, design, assemble, develop, or formulate. Here's our example question. A buyer's agent shows a house to their buyer client and notices a stain on the ceiling. The buyer's agent points out the stain to the buyer, but takes no further action. The buyer's agent is likely guilty of. So now this is a level 3 question. This is going to be at a higher level. You're not just defining something. You're not just explaining how something works. Now you need to know what has happened here and why could this agent potentially be in trouble for not taking any further action. So A, failing to disclose a material fact to the buyer. Well, they disclosed it. They told them about it. Okay. Nothing, because the buyer's agent disclosed the stain. Well, we kind of already know that they disclosed it. So it's not nothing, but it's also not nothing because the stain is not a material fact. The stain itself, not a material fact, but what caused the stain is a material fact. So on this one, the answer is B, failing to discover a potential material fact. Once you get into learning all the aspects of real estate, you're going to be told and talked to and find out, not only do we have to disclose things, we also have the duty to discover items. So what that agent should have done was gone further and found out, why is the stain there? Ask some questions. Ask the buyer or the seller's agent. Ask the seller if they need to ask the seller. What happened here? Why is there a stain on the ceiling? If they tell them it's been repaired, can I see the receipt from where it's been repaired? Is there a hole in the roof? Is there a leak somewhere? Do you have an AC system upstairs and it's clogged and it's dripping and causing a leak? I mean, there's just different things that could be happening. And we have to know as brokers how to ask the right questions, how to ask questions. So for this particular question, he didn't go far enough. He did not discover that there or what could have potentially caused that material fact. It might be nothing, but you do need to go a little further. So hopefully that helps you understand these different learning levels. And the reason why I'm telling you about them is because here's a page from the syllabus, and it starts out section 1 about licensure. And if you see here, it shows you it's level 1. You need to know it on a definition basis. And then it tells you that there are 3 items on the state section of the exam from section 1. Further, there are some hypertext links that you can click on, anything in blue. So once you've downloaded this course syllabus, you can click on any of those links and it'll take you to, this is a video. So there are some other videos, and then there are some licensing laws, some commission rules there for you to look at. They do want you to read them for yourself. You don't need to know the numbers. You don't have to know it verbatim or anything like that, but they feel like if you read it for yourself, then you can have a better understanding of it. So if you've got it downloaded, you can click the hypertext links. If not, you can just put in, if it's a commission rule, you can put the rule number in your search bar on the internet and it'll take you right to that rule. If it's a licensing law, you can put NCGS and then the rule or the law number, and it'll take you right to it. Okay, if you've got it printed out instead of having it downloaded. Okay, and then just wanted to show you here. Oops, sorry. This is section 3, and it is also started out as a level 1, and it tells you there are 9 items from this section that would be on the national portion of the exam. And then it shows you a little bit further down that while most of it is level 1, there are sections that could be pulled out apart from the first part and given a higher learning level, or it could be level 2 at the beginning, and further down it might say this section right here is level 1, and then it'll go back to this is level 2 or level 3. And then the notes within these or within the syllabus, there are notes. So I pulled out a couple. Here it's talking about the license of a firm and the individual broker are both in English this time, must both be active at the time that the brokerage services are rendered. So your firm has to be active. You have to be active. Your brokerage, if you're with a sole proprietor, they need to be active. The broker in charge needs to be active. They have to pay you with an active license. Okay. There's a little bit more to that that you get into in class. I don't want to go any further, but they're just letting you know within these notes that these are testable concepts. So they're pointing some particular items out for you. The second one on the total circumstance test, this is whether something is a fixture or not. It's telling you that all 4 criteria must be present to indicate that an item is a fixture. Most standard listing agreements and sales contract include a list of common items that will be considered fixtures for the transaction, unless otherwise addressed in the document. And one of the concepts that you need to learn, again on level 2 for this particular thing, is that within the contract, if something is considered a fixture, it stays with the property. It goes with the property because it is a fixture. If the seller doesn't want to leave it, they need to put it on the contract that they want to take it with them. That is a concept that you will learn that you need to know. And they're kind of pointing that out to you in these notes. So if you want to do better on the exam, if you want to learn everything that you need to be using your syllabus. And I'm saying this because I tell people, look at the syllabus, and I don't think they ever pick it up. I try to go through it with them and show them. You can use it and take notes on it as you're going through your class. You can maybe even point out in your notes that sections of the syllabus that you need to pay the most attention to. There are all kinds of ways that you can use this as a tool to help you. And I hope that you will use this to your advantage, because that's what it's there for. Shout out to the education department at the Real Estate Commission. Ms. Deb Carpenter put all that together. It's so important. Take it, utilize it, learn something new every day. I hope this helps, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.